pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run for the first time with Freeman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
At his 48-yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They run. Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And it's third down.
Now it's Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun throw for Stick. 20! Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. That one good for 26 and a first down. This is Freeman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Freeman. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Badgley's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, moving till I be. Barbados with the hustle pockets till I eat. The central destination's all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking out right there. Good job right there.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
29 is Mike 29. Here we go. 36 power. 29 is Mike 29.
Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Taken in at the 11. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
There on the tackle.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, it's Freeman, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After 1 on EA Sports.
Chargers 3, Seahawks nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stick back to pass. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
11 at the 36-yard line.
Pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Stick from the gun, going deep here for Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll lock it with a grab over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wilson leaves this one with Penning. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and you worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And the Chargers first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And again, the ball carrier brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd down, Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 22.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Yeah, let's go second. Mark 54. Mark 54. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Seahawks nothing. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. Timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Come on, QB, come on. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Go, 14. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They go play action with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Stick looks to throw. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 29 is Mike 29. All day, dog. 29.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. A Seahawk 1st down as Wilson finds Lockett.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Penny, the ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 20-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
29 is Mike 29. Rack. 29 is Mike 29. Let's go, D.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Wilson's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Mike 29. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
from the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
14, find it. 29 is Mike 29.
Now Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Brings up 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Stick. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
1st down, Chargers.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Freeman again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Tackle made.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down now, it's Freeman. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Stick looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Desmond King making the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
39-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Wilson now from the gun on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10.
Let's go, baby.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On second down, it's Carson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They go play action now. Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. Being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for the Chargers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long.